Dakota. It's the Red River Farm Network's coffee shop tour. I'm Mike Hergert, and we want to put in a little plug for Burby's. We talked to Dennis Burby, the owner, a little bit earlier. He's out with a customer, but they have been in business here since 1948. They had actually started in Verona, North Dakota, as a blacksmith shop back, obviously, more than 60 years ago. Up next is Aaron Sikora, who has joined us. He's an agronomist with Farmers Union Co-op Oil, and you've got several locations, don't you?
You bet. We have a location in Milner, Foreman, Lisbon, and Elliott.
Cover a pretty wide path in a couple of counties, don't you?
You bet. You bet. A lot of territory to cover. A lot of different interesting events that happen throughout the year.
Well, you guys have been. I mentioned the flood that the city of Lisbon went through. I guess farmers too have had just about everything thrown at them here this year. Haven't they?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I mean, overall, I think it's been a pretty optimistic year. If you look back, we look at the environmental conditions we've had. I mean, I'd say that would probably be the biggest holdback, but the crops have been very fair, good, I think, for the most part. So overall, looking back, I mean, we take the good out of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, and this area, it seems like in recent years anyway, there's been very little wheat. You've made a big switch to the row crops, haven't you?
You bet, and obviously the market dictates a lot of that. So I mean, it's been good. A lot of different varieties, and with the different varieties that corn and beans have, I mean, it just makes a lot more sense for the bottom line. That's for sure.
Of course, a year ago, the big talk was about the high price of fertilizer. That's changed a little bit, hasn't it?
Yes. No. That's fortunately it's coming down to realistic levels now, and demand and everything is going to be a little different here, but it's a very, very positive outlook for the next 2010 year.
Were you able to get a lot applied this fall?
Well, this fall it's been a real hit and miss. In our area right around Lisbon, Elliott, we had a pretty good fall, got quite a bit done. As far as other areas down south and east, it's a little hit and miss. It was a struggle. There's a lot of wet ground, a lot of potholes, but now we know what's going to be wet in the spring too. So
yeah. So going into winter here, are you pretty well saturated, do you think, Aaron, or what's the soil moisture conditions?
I would say in our little pocket, like I said, around Lisbon, Elliott, we're fair. I mean, it's saturated, but nothing overwhelming. I think it's even better this year than it was last year going into the fall. So we'll see what the Mother Nature does here this winter with how much snow we get, and kind of go from there.
Well, it's like we were talking with Pat, 2 years in a row now, we really haven't had much of a summer, and it's been a little bit of a question for the corn growers especially, so I'm sure they're wondering what to expect next year. Are we gonna have to watch the calendar again next year?
Well, absolutely, and that's going to make a big difference on what varieties you're going to pick and plant, and how much to go with. But we'll just play it by ear. We always kind of roll with the punches and see what we can do.
Never too early, I guess, to think ahead to the next year. Have farmers started planning?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of guys have in mind what their rotations are going to be. It's kind of, obviously the markets are going to dictate the final decisions throughout the winter. But a lot of seeds have been getting sold, and decisions are starting to get made. So it's kind of a step in the forward progress, I guess. So.
Well, right now anyway, it looks like on paper at least it might favor a little bit more of a move towards soybeans. That price still seems to be pretty strong. You've seen any pattern yet as far as interest in one or the other?
Well, to be honest, I guess I don't see too much change from 2009 to 2010. Corn's very attractive with the lower input costs. Soybeans, obviously the price is very good on soybeans. Wheat, I don't see a lot more wheat going in, but overall, I'd say it's going to be very, very similar to 2009.
How about yields this year? Most farmers pretty happy?
Oh, absolutely. I think wheat, everyone was very, very happy with wheat. Obviously, the test weight was good, but the protein was a little low. Soybeans, I'd say we have a good average to maybe even a slightly above average year on soybeans, and corn, same thing, average to definitely above average. Only problem is the test weight on corn, and a little wet, but overall, I think they look back, it's going to be a pretty good bottom line, I think, for them. So.
Well, hopefully. Now, did you have many guys that had to harvest corn through the winter last year?
Oh, we had some. Around this area, not a lot as much compared to like getting into the valley, but I mean, there's some here too, and there's some guys that are going to have to leave some again this year too, just due to wetness and test weight so low and it's not worth anything. So, but overall, they're still plugging away, and the next couple of weeks, if they can get going, there shouldn't be a heck of a lot left in the area.
Well, the ground should be firmed up pretty good, huh?
You bet. Like I told another guy, I said, if you're ice fishermen, it's perfect weather for it. So
Yeah, and I did talk to a couple guys here in the last couple of days. It's just been too cold. They shut her down for a little warmer weather. So a day like today, it should be pretty good, huh?
yeah, and they're talking another couple of days supposed to be a little warmer. And yeah, I talked to a few guys too, the same thing, and mentioned their dryers are freezing up and they're just struggling, so they might as well just punt for a while.
So as far as that fertilizer price, it's quite a bit different than last year, isn't it?
Absolutely. Overall, I mean, it makes a lot more sense to start locking in some fertilizer. They're starting to make a little run. The demand and exports are starting to sharpen up a little bit, so it's starting to, increase a little bit, but nothing to get too carried away with. So something to keep an eye on, and just contact anybody, your local agronomist or myself, and kind of see what happens.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks very much, Aaron.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Aaron Sikora, he is an agronomist with Farmers Union Co-op Oil. Again, Milner, Lisbon, Elliott, and Foreman. Yeah, there you go. All right. Thanks again. And well, we're hoping to get Dennis Burby, but he's here too busy with customers.
I'll talk for him.
That's usually what happens when radio gets involved. Huh? Scott Hennon was here.